Hello everybody, Tuesday today, and what a difference in the weather from yesterday. It was a lovely day yesterday really. Looking out the window, it could almost have been a summer day, but today it's absolutely wild. All the winds have blown over in our street today, and the trees are wildly moving in the wind, and I think it's to be like that for today and probably tomorrow. So we'll need to try and get out for a walk today without getting blown away, although with our size that's highly unlikely, I think. So I hope everybody's doing all right and managing to keep themselves in. So looking a bit better for everybody then. Things hopefully easing off at some point in the future by the look of things. And I think First Minister has got something to tell us today about what's happening with us, so we can listen to that and see if there's any mention of churches, although there wasn't any mention of the churches with Boris yesterday, but we'll listen and see what's happening there. So this is Lent, and we have been using the Lent studies from Tear Fund, and today we're on to day 7, and it's entitled Living for Love, and the verse is taken from Matthew chapter 16, and so I'm going to read from Matthew chapter 16, reading from verse 13, which is entitled Peter's Declaration about Jesus. Jesus went to the territory near the town of Caesarea Philippi, where he asked his disciples, "Who do people say the Son of Man is?" "Some say John the Baptist," they answered. "Others say Elijah, while others say Jeremiah or some other prophet." "What about you?" he asked them. "Who do you say I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." "Good for you, Simon, son of John," Jesus answered, "for this truth did not come to you from any human being, but it was given to you directly by my Father in heaven. And so I tell you, Peter, you are a rock, and on this rock foundation I will build my church, and not even death will ever be able to overcome it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. What you prohibit on earth will be prohibited in heaven, and what you permit on earth will be permitted in heaven." Then Jesus ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. From that time on, Jesus began to say plainly to his disciples, "I must go to Jerusalem and suffer much from the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law. I will be put to death, but 3 days later I will be raised to life." Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. "God forbid it, Lord," he said. "That must never happen to you." Jesus turned around and said to Peter, "Get away from me, Satan. You are an obstacle in my way, because these thoughts of yours don't come from God, but from human nature." Then Jesus said to his disciples, "If any of you want to come with me, you must forget yourself, carry your cross and follow me. For if you want to save your own life, you will lose it. But if you lose your life for my sake, you will find it. Will you gain anything if you win the whole world, but lose your life? Of course not. There is nothing you can give to regain your life. For the Son of Man is about to come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he will reward each one according to his deeds. I assure you that there are some here who will not die until they have seen the Son of Man come as King." Amen, and God bless this reading from Matthew chapter 16. And today's Tear Fund is given to us by the Reverend Rennie August, who is the co-director of the Justice Conference South Africa. And his verse is from Matthew 16 verse 25. "For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it." And the Reverend August says, Matthew 16 verse 25 helps us to ask the question, what was I created for? I almost died in a car accident when I was 18. I was faced with that question in a very deep and life-transforming way. Why was I alive, and what for? The words of Martin Luther King woke me up. Unless there is something you are willing to die for, you have nothing to live for. What was I willing to die for? The more I searched, the more I found myself drawn to the dreams of God for the world. I was made for loving God, all people and myself, because God does. We are all created in God's image. Anything or anyone that enslaves us or mars and diminishes the ability of others to see God's glory or goodness opposes God. It keeps us from the very purpose of our lives, that we, like Jesus, would live for loving God and our neighbours. And a short prayer at the end. God of love, you created us for love. Help us to embrace freedom from the slavery of hatred, that we may embrace true liberty as freely as if we have never been hurt before. Amen. And God bless the reading from the Tear Fund devotional booklet, and also from our Bible reading today. So, you know where we are, everybody. Not good weather, stay in if you can, but if you need to go out, then make sure you're wrapped up warm and cosy. I'm speaking to a lady yesterday from the Older and Active in East Kilbride. I had to phone them on someone else's behalf yesterday, and she was telling me that the Older and Active are running all kinds of different things at the minute. So she's going to send me the details today, and I will pass them on to everybody when I get them. So apart from that, I don't think I have anything else to report. I was going up to see my mum today, but it's been cancelled at the minute, and hopefully I will be able to go there tomorrow. So look after yourself, look after anybody else around about you, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.